Hello everyone, I am Miza Fatima from the ICSE StudyMate team, and today I'll be interviewing Sarvesh Rathi.
What was the toughest subject according to you while studying it?
According to me, I always face difficulties in maths. My
Okay.
maths is pretty weak. And
Mm-hmm.
definitely physics and chemistry papers in the board are going to come a little tougher because they are more logic based. They are no straightforward questions. Like you have learned the theory and they are just going to twist it and put it in the form of a numerical. So you have to guess it in the form of a numerical, and for that you have to be very good with the theory. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
So theory is the
prepare
key.
prepare well with the theory,
Yeah.
numericals.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. So physics paper is little tough when it comes there, and many people find it tough definitely. But if you prepare well, like you study the theory properly and practice numericals, definitely you'll get.
Okay. And do you think that 3 months are enough, and sufficient to get 90% or above in the board exam?
Definitely, you don't even need 3 months. Like you've just wasted. Imagine I'm considering the worst scenario. Okay, suppose you have not studied the entire year, and now
Mm-hmm.
you have last 2 months left. You can definitely very well excel in the last 2 months. All you need to do is follow some really good tactics and learn them in a proper way. Okay, like
Mm-hmm.
definitely it is a board exam, no JE or NEET examination that you have to prepare for long 2 years. It can definitely, you can crack it within 2 months. So
Okay.
you have to practice previous year papers. That is the thing. Previous year papers is like a golden casket for them, all of them. Many of my friends
Okay.
personally who have not studied the entire year and they have just solved previous year questions and gone through the theory really well, then definitely you can score 90 plus.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. And what was your strategy while studying? You must have a strategy, right? So what was your strategy that you used?
Yeah, thing like I used to study. I had a good fluency in studying since sixth and seventh standard, and that's not really necessary for 10th board examination. But still, that really helped me a lot. I was very fluent in reading everything and all. So, with all the subjects, like if I talk about each subject individually,
Mm-hmm.
starting from physics, let's say. Okay, physics, as I told you, theory, numericals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the books which the teachers are going to give you and referring previous year questions and more majority questions logic based. Chemistry, the book has a whole lot of shit and not required things, so you don't have to really go through everything. You
Mm-hmm.
need to focus on what type of questions they are going to ask you in the board examination, and the idea
Okay.
of this you will get from solving previous year questions. Okay, so for this, again, chemistry, you review the pattern of what type of questions are coming in the previous years, and according to that, you plan out your study. Okay.
Okay.
And then talking about English language, you have that big book, and there's
Yeah.
nothing to worry about because out of that big book, only 20 marks grammar is going to come, and that is like really a really easy job. Because you can score easily, like common sense, the way you speak way you speak normal English. Being ICSE student, all of you know pretty
Yeah.
well English. Like, so you can solve it basically on your instincts also. Relying on your instincts, you can
Yes.
go for it. Yeah. So no need to worry about that big book. It's just a hoax for all of you. That's
Mm-hmm.
just not required. So you can definitely solve more questions previous years even for that, and on that you can easily get around 80 and 90, and I think that's a really good score, 80 to 90 in
Yes,
English,
it is.
because
Mm-hmm.
that, yeah, they won't give you 100 or something and 95 above in English language. That's the rule of ICSE.
Oh, okay.
So, and essays, you have essays, essays, so all of you can write, and the other email and email letters. You have to look for the format really carefully. Okay, you go to the CISC website and look for all the emails and whatever format is given. Like one day before the exam, there used to be a lot of confusion regarding what format should we use. Letter, what should we write? Informal, how is the format? How is the formal letter format? So to avoid all these confusion, you should definitely visit the CISC website. And I personally took a Xerox of it and stuck it near my study area. So yeah, definitely the good format will get you laid with good marks. That is the main thing I want to suggest for English language. Then talking about history. History is history. There are a lot of chapters in learning and all. So definitely, what you need to do for history is the first section. First section, there are short questions. So like if you feel that there is one chapter is really troubling you a lot, so you just prepare the one-liner questions for them. Don't go for the long answers questions like what could be asked for the longer ones. Big questions like 4 marks, 3 marks, whatever. So you try not to prepare for them, and you can prepare for the 2 marks, 1 mark questions for that. And rest, which topics you feel easy, and obviously look at the trend which is going regarding how the questions are being asked in the previous year questions. Okay. History is pretty easy to score, and maximum they'll give you marks very easily, really easily. So no need to worry much about history, and definitely look at the orientation, how you write the paper. Make it spacious. Even if you don't know the answer, you should look so confident in your papers that the examiner thinks you know the answer. Yeah, be really confident while writing your paper, and leave more lines, as spacious as you can write. Okay, that's for history. Geography is really easy. You need to practice topography. Topography is a very interesting and really easy thing. Just you have to measure the length of the river with a thread. That's a bit difficult because it won't come out precise majority of the times. But it's okay. You can consider that plus or minus 1 mark. But the rest of the topography is really easy. You can practice a lot of questions from the previous books.
Okay.
And regarding the theories, the section B, map work is really easy. Map work. Map work, you need to practice the proper locations like Mumbai High. You have to just take it off the coast. Mumbai High location. So with proper use of colors and properly showing it, it will definitely get you full marks. That's for maps. And now talking about the theory for geography. The geography theory is very easy, and you have to just do 5 sets, I guess. I think so. So 5 sets for them, and you have to just prepare 5 chapters. And if you want to really be confident, you can definitely prepare 2 more chapters for backup. I prepared 7 chapters for them for that. And you don't have to go through the other chapters for one-liners, as there are no one-liners questions. No? So just prepare really good for whatever chapters you are doing. And as our teachers would always say, that whatever geography book you're having, that is your Bible for you. Just learn it really good, and then you will get all the marks you need. Okay. Previous year, obviously, look at the trend. That is important. Hindi was my favorite subject always.
Okay.
So although I didn't get to write the Hindi paper in board exam due to COVID, so preparing with the essay for Hindi, Nibandh, very well use an effective use of quotes. जैसे हिंदी में अगर आप अच्छे शब्दों के भारी शब्दों का इस्तेमाल करोगे तो उससे बहुत फर्क पड़ता है एग्जामिनर पे, ऐसे आपका वर्चस्व पड़ेगा. तो when you use like Kabir Das के some पंक्तियाँ and all, it will definitely help you. And I used to write a lot of पंक्तियाँ in my essays. Like in one essay, like you can write 2 पंक्तियाँ max to max. Don't write too much, otherwise the examiner gets frustrated and thinks you are over smart. So that's about Nibandh and about letter patra and all, that is really easy. That is nothing great to worry about. And about grammar, you have that book, you have to go through it, and I don't think really hard questions might ask. They may ask, but they basically ask grammar on previous year questions. So previous year questions, if you go through well, you can even score good amount of questions. You can really score good amount of marks there. And about Sahitya, definitely you have a choice for solving all of them. And definitely look at the trend. The thing is, the 3 chapters they'll ask, then the next year they'll not ask those 3 chapters, they'll ask some other 3 chapters. So definitely I played out really tactfully there. I used to look at the trend and how these 3 chapters came in 2019. So I did not read them properly for 2020. Just as a backup, if you have a lot of time left, you can read the chapters once.
Yeah.
That's really easy Sahitya. So you need to write good answers, short, to the point. And if you feel you need a little exaggeration there, you can write with it. That's for Hindi. And what else?
Literature.
Yeah, literature, definitely Merchant of Venice. It's a really interesting play, and we had Merchant of Venice, so we really liked it. And what you can do is definitely looking at how the previous year questions have been asked. The main scenes, look at the main scenes, the Bassanio and Portia casket scene, that was important. The trial scene was important. So looking at those important scenes you should prepare. And the small scenes, they may or may not come. In our exam, mainly the short scenes came. So you can prepare them for a backup. Okay. Now regarding poems, definitely you have a choice. Poems, how you select. Poems and prose. Poems and prose, you can obviously select which 2 sets you want to solve. Out of 3 sets, if you want to solve 2 sets of prose, then you prepare really well for prose, and you can leave some chapters definitely. From poetry, if you are preparing to solve only 1 set from poetry, then you can definitely leave some chapters from poetry. So poetry is definitely not like poetry is all about poets, how they write. That's a little exaggeration. So you can definitely leave with that, and prose is like generally everybody likes prose, so you can go with that. Okay. That's about English literature.
Yeah.
Now, talking about computer. Computer is definitely really easy. It's really fun to write programs, and you have to write just 4 to 5 programs. In the section B, 4 programs, 15 marks. That will easily get you 60 marks. 100 marks is internal. That's really easy. You can type the program on the computer, and that's not a big deal. And I think the teacher will also help you to some extent. Though she'll not write the entire program for you, she'll help you in some syntax error or even in my program, I was repeatedly falling for some error and I did not get it, and then the person beside me helped me in it. So that's not a big deal. You can easily get it.
Okay.
100 marks internal and 100 marks, and then 60 marks program and 40 marks. 40 marks. This is really an interesting part. Though it's a little difficult for some of them. What you have to do is you have to apply a lot of concepts, and definitely there are short answers and logical questions. So you need to be really good in practice for them. That's for compute.
Okay.
And did we miss something? Bio. Yeah. Bio also one of my favorite subjects. Bio, it's more like you have to go through the textbook really properly, really nicely, and carefully understanding all the topics given there. And there are one-liner questions, objective questions, which are asked in between the text.
Yes.
So you have to go properly through the textbook, and definitely solving more questions, previous year questions. Like you'll buy a book that previous year questions and whatever. There are many books available.
Yeah.
So if you do that book one really good, then you can definitely score 90 plus in all subjects. Like, it's no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I think. So keep practicing, do previous year questions, and follow instructions what your teachers are giving. Though
Yeah.
a lot of teachers will tell you that you will not get 90% if you don't study the entire year. It's a total hoax. The last 3 months, I have seen students excel just by studying in the last 3 months. So it's really good for you if you study in the last 3 months. Really nice, keeping all the distractions away, social media and what.
Yeah.
Join a library, study really well for the last 3 months, and definitely you'll get the fruit. That will be really sweet.
Okay.